Oh, hello. Good morning. How are you? Welcome to my live show, Alter Ego Perspective with Bronx Girl. I am your host, Bronx Girl. I would like to just say thank you to everyone that's listening in and joining my show. How are you? Happy Valentine's Day. This is a Freestyle Friday show where we get to talk about any and everything. It is 9 a.m. on the dot, a Friday, beautiful morning in New York City. So, let me see. I was gonna go to the laundry, but I have a laundry mat in my building, but it was crowded down there. So I said, let me come and go on live, get on live, and talk with my beautiful supporters and subscribers and listeners to see what they're up to, what they got going on today, if they are into the Valentine's Day spirit, which I um spoke on my other channel yesterday that I don't like really celebrate Valentine's Days. Like it doesn't mean like that much to me, but I do get into the spirit of things. Like I'll be you know, I mean, I don't expect nothing from anyone, but like I feel like if I want to give a gift to someone that I care and love about, it doesn't have to be a man. I'll give a gift, or if someone gives me a gift, I'll take it and I will appreciate it. But as far as Valentine's Day, it's I can't just say it's just another day because it means a lot to some people and it matters to some people, and that's okay. So, you know, welcome one, welcome all. If you are in here, don't be shy. And if you're just listening to me as you taking me along for your day, along with your day, taking me along on the go, that's even great. That's what matters the most. Think of it as a podcast. But yeah, it's early morning. I'm going to be on here for a little bit, talking my shit, talking about freestyle, talking about hot topics. It's I haven't really been in tune on what's going on. The latest on this sector, I could really say that I have. Wait, let me see. Seen, which is I think someone I don't know who was it. Tea time with Chrissy lost one of her moderators, passed away, which is sad. It's always sad to hear, like your supporter. Hey, good morning, Teresa. Happy Valentine. Thank you. I think welcome to the show, Teresa. It's sad to hear when, or it is sad when content creators lose one of their subscribers, supporters. It's really sad that someone that, been supporting you and you've known for a while, even if you didn't know them personally, but it's sad, to hear that someone has lost one of their supporters. But it seemed like every time someone loses a supporter or something happened to us, it just in general, right? Uh, Tea Time with Chrissy lost one of her supporters. I think Sharita also knew her too, and what was the lady's name? Lisa B, I believe. I believe I used to see her in some chats, so her name is familiar. And now it has turned into a circus. Hi, yours truly. Happy Valentine's Day. Thank you, Teresa Robinson. That's what I like to hear. You're listening from work. So today I will make everyone who's listening from work, wherever you are taking me along with you, besides your day, alongside of your day, I'm going to try to make it a pleasant experience. It's Valentine's Day, so I'll try to make it sweet and endearing. So what I was saying is, like, I have picked up bits and pieces of what's going on this sector. Someone lost I'm just going to say someone, as in Tea Time with Chrissy, lost one of her supporters. I think Sharita was taking up a donation for her, which that's nothing. Sharita do that. She take up her donations in a time of need. She make she's that type of person to at least be considerate and try to make a donation or show that she cares and, concern. And I guess she took up a donation, and Roz was quick to jump on it. And I guess she thought Sharita was coming from a bad place. That's the shit that I just don't like about this sector, and I would never be a part of or even try to participate in. Like, I feel like everybody hate each other on this sector. Like, I don't care how much you act like y'all are buddy buddy. It just always will show that everyone on this sector hate each other and vicious towards one another. There's no one on this sector in this sector that can honestly say that, oh, yeah, we support one another. I don't care how many members got memberships. They leave, they come, they go, they come, they go, they leave, whatever. They don't stick around too long. And especially if you're doing something that's not of their liking, and it's not about the supporters or subscribers, because we as content creators have a responsibility and obligations and duties that we have to fill as content creators. We here to make money, entertain, and give the people a show. But when it comes to shit like this, death occurs. When death occurs and it's taken out of, and it turns into something so ugly where people are doubting the other person's intentions and questioning what someone is doing for another person. I heard Roz on her live. I think I was listening to her just before I got on, and she was talking about her mother obituary. I'm like, what the hell? This shit is so crazy. It's just sick sometimes to listen to, and it doesn't even make any sense. So it's like, okay, Sharita took up a donation. She took up a collection. She wanted to send, show a concern, donate something to her family. Usually, when someone died, you send your condolences. Along with a donation to show that you support and in this time of need. So I don't know how it took a turn, but then again, it's like, why is it like Roz is being, singled out as an evil person and a wicked person when everybody do the same thing to each other? No one is special. No one is better than the other person, right? Everyone take digs and jabs at each other. Like when Roz started her Christmas fund, that was being reported. When she started her Christmas fund, that was being called a scam. So she's doing what everybody else is doing. Everybody else stab each other in the back. Everybody else take digs at each other. I don't think Roz is evil. I don't think nobody up here is evil. I think everybody up here that do the wicked shit to each other, that's just who you are in real life. Like, how is it that you set aside this time, unless you are that great of a performer and that great of an entertainer, that you can reserve your evilness for YouTube? I'm not saying that people are bad people. I'm not saying Roz is bad. I'm not saying Sharita is bad. I'm not saying anyone else is bad. I'm just saying that's just who you are as a character. That's just who you are as a person. Like, if you are a good person, generally in real life, with great intentions all around the board, which nobody is 100% good. Oh, Cassandra, good morning, lady. This has been a minute for me. Hey, Cassandra, how are you? I know it's been a while since, I've been up here. It's kind of hard going live and don't have too much of content to satisfy the audience. But I'm happy you're here, Cassandra. You just sit back and relax and you listen, and welcome to the show. I was just going over what was going on. I think, I don't know who, I'm going to go with Tea Time with Chrissy. She seemed like she was more sad and hurt by it, because I heard her on Sharita's live, and they took up a donation. But, she seemed like she said that Lisa B, excuse me, mod for her, but it turned into something different. Sharita, this is not the first time Sharita has taken up a donation for someone that has came into a bad situation, or someone's losing someone's death, or just in general. She's that type of person that take up donations to show care and concern, and to show her support. So I guess Roz was jumped on it so quickly that she said she was going to report it to whoever she was going to report it to. And I'm like, come on, this shit don't make no sense. This shit is stupid and dumb. Like, how is it that as grown women, y'all sit at night, I'm gonna go to sleep at night and think what you're doing is okay? Like, if I had to judge everybody, which I am and I do, and I'm like, oh, this is fucked up, I would never hang out with these women in real life. Because I don't have it in me to like be on top of someone like that to say, well, you know what? Sharita is taking up a donation, and I don't think her donation is authentic. I think she's going to pocket her money. So let me call the feds. Yeah, fucking right. Who cares? Why do y'all care that much? Y'all hate each other that much. Like y'all really do hate each other that much, and it shows. I would never want to be friends with women like this. I'm sorry. Do I think I'm better than somebody? Yeah, probably. But that doesn't matter. It don't matter if I think I'm better than someone or not. I could believe I could live under the bridge, homeless, with nothing, and still think I'm better than y'all. Not saying that I haven't interacted or engaged in stupidity or like dumb shit, but I'm not taking that far as going as far as calling the cops. I'm not going that far as going to report someone page, strike someone page. Y'all are grown ass women, like in your 40s and 50s and 60s and 70s. And you think that's a flex? I don't know nobody in their 30s on this well maybe she's under 40, but that's okay. She don't like do stupid shit like that. Like, oh, I'm gonna report you for taking up donations and shit for someone that may need it. On because I'm just saying, you're right. That's why I had to take a break from YouTube, much needed break. Yeah, because yes, definitely. And the supporters and the subscribers, definitely take the break that you need. Take all the breaks that you need because this shit is crazy. And it's like if you're not like this in your real life and you just here for like a source of entertainment in the moment, living in the moment, and then you right? We all have a hand in this together. No one is better than anyone. But when you do dumb shit like this and like it's like wicked shit like this, like what type of person are you in real life? Like you just don't get these wings when you come on YouTube. And if you just got these wings when you came on YouTube, then you have a problem. YouTube turned you into a monster. Breaks are definitely needed. They are. And that's why when like content creators get up here and say, oh, she don't come live. Like nobody is here to be a slave for nobody. I'm not slaving for nobody. Right. In the beginning, 4 years ago, it was fun. You can hop on here. It was hot. It was like something to discuss, topics to be talked about, entertainment and shit. Now this shit is getting miserable and vindictive. It's like not fun anymore to get up here and report how these content creators don't have any type of um, discretion when it's come to talking about people's children. And that's horrible that people don't give a crap, right? And it's normal now to talk about each other's children because you have nothing else to talk about. It's normal now to report each other about dumb little shit that you didn't think of yourself, right? Y'all report on each other. Y'all hate each other. And I'm going to say that shit one more time. Everyone on here hate each other. You can't tell me that you have real love for one another on here. Real life is happening out here. Real life is happening out here. You know what I mean? Like, I just wanted to read a comment because the last time I came up here, I was talking about people talking about each other's children, and like, I'm like, wait a second. Oh shit. Yeah, I was talking about people talking about each other's children That's absolutely disgusting, but now it's the new norm. You are allowed to talk about people's children and not be judged, because I'm not going to judge you for talking about people's children. Like, my son has already been talked about. My father has already been talked about. Like, once you talk about my family once, that's it. That's okay. Like, anything you say after that, it's not going to be special. So let me see something. This post was funny. I was talking. I was when I went live the last, I think 3 days ago or a week ago. I was talking about everyone's talking about everybody's kids. Um. Oh, wait a second. Why? Wait a second. She erased her comment. Oh no, she didn't. Oh, okay. So somebody left a comment in my on my comments, left a comment and was saying, like, everyone's child's been talked about, because I didn't like include the other content creators' children. They were letting me know that Miss Carver's grandbabies talked about, Sharita child has been talked about. Um and but Day Day paid a little visit, because nobody is blocked. Day Day's not blocked. Roz is not blocked. Nobody is blocked. I don't like, if you are disrespectful, then you may be blocked. But no one is blocked. But it was just funny that Day Day paid a little visit to my comment section. She just needs to know that she's not blocked for what? Why would I block you? You're not that threatening to me. So she was agreeing with the poll. She said, I guess by Brittany talking about other people's kids and shit, like she do what she do. Good morning, Lasagna. Right, so they paid a visit. She didn't say nothing. She wasn't disrespectful. She was like giving her 2 cents. Someone was saying how, you know, everybody's kids get talked about, and like, I'm just saying, I don't want to be a part of that shit. Or like if I start listening into you and you start going in on somebody's kids, I'm turning it off. I don't care who you are. Like, I'm like, this shit is so whack, and this shit is so weak, and this shit is so disgusting, where I have to tune in and hear another grown ass woman talking about a child that can't defend themselves. So I don't listen to that shit. Then I tune in because I wanted to get something for Freestyle Friday and delight my crowd and intrigue my crowd, and have something for them to listen to while they go into work, or just going about their day. Like a supporter passed away, a donation was taken up. Roz jumped on it this very same moment that the donations was taken up, and I guess she wasn't too, you know, thrilled with it, or it didn't sit well with her, so she had to report it. Or at least she said she was going to report it. I don't know if she reported it or not, but it just goes to show that, like, and I'm not going to even use the term black woman, because that shit is exhausting, and that becomes a little bit played out. It's like women naturally in general show hate towards one another. And I love women, empower women, support women, encourage women, fight for women, stand up for women, because that's just who I am. And not because, oh, I have to, it's because I want to. And you know what? I should. And we all should, but we don't. And that's okay. You don't have to do the same thing I do. I don't have to do the same thing you do. But we as women, like, just goes to show and prove to people that think women hate each other. This is the very example, prime example of women hating each other. Like, I just feel like now at this point, like, what is there to talk about? I am even at the point where I want to switch this monetized page over. And I don't know, because my supporters have been with me from day one, and they have grown with me on this page. I don't want to change these names of the page. I was going to do that, change it to insight and perspective, right? And talk about what I want to talk about, because it's already monetized, and just and flip it over to the other side. So exchange titles and shit, because I don't want to talk about these people on this side no more. I'm letting y'all know right now, it's not exciting for me. It doesn't do nothing for me. It's just like whack to me. But I want to start a morning show where people come in here and say, yo, Bronx, I'm listening to you while I'm going to work. I'm listening to you while I'm cleaning, or whatever you do, or however you appreciate my podcast, that I will present to you. So I don't have nothing really to say about this. Y'all are whack. Like, it's sad at this point. Women in their 40s and 50s and 60s, right? Talking about shit they don't know what they talking about. Today's Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's to the people. If you have not already liked the page, the channel, or subscribe, I'm pretty sure everyone that came in here is subscribed. I just hope you are because you got the notifications. But if you are not, subscribe. And that's the thing. Like I say things, and I'm not only me. Content creators present content, and if we are not presenting the content that the subscribers like or don't agree with, they would take no chances. Well, they would take every opportunity, I'll say, right? They would waste no time and unsubscribe from you. Like, I feel like the subscribers play tag. Like, okay, well, Bronx Girl said this, I don't like her. Bronx Girl said that, I don't like her, let me unsubscribe. And that's okay. You don't have to subscribe. If you don't know what my content is about, or if you don't know what this channel is about, that's okay. If I don't bring content that you like and you're not happy with it anymore, you can unsubscribe. You don't have to subscribe. You can listen, but be respectful and be a G about it and hit the like button. Okay? Yours truly and Lasagna is speaking to each other. I'm gonna be on here for a while. We at 21 minutes, so we got some time to go. I was gonna go to the laundry. I was coming downstairs. I saw one of my neighbors going to the laundry. They had a load, two loads. I was like, oh, I'll go down after I finish my live and talk to the beautiful people of the of my I was about to say of my world. I mean, talk to my beautiful subscribers and supporters. Today's Valentine's Day. And Valentine's Day is a special day for a lot of women, and a lot of women on this day may not feel loved, and that's okay. Right? Valentine's Day is for lovers, and everyone don't have a lover. Everyone don't have a so-called soulmate. I don't believe in soulmates either. I believe in love. I believe in lovers. I'm not going to say I love Valentine's Day, but if I get a gift or I give a gift, that's because, I'm in the spirit of Valentine's Day. But I had on a red coat today and my red hat. And people was like, oh, you in the spirit of Valentine's Day. It's not that I've been wearing in the spirit because I wore the coat pre-Valentine's Day, before Valentine's Day. But yeah, I had on red today. Red is my second favorite color. Um, but I did get one of my friends that work in the building a hot chocolate, because that's what we do. Like love should be exchanged between human beings socially, and that's the thing. Humans are not socially connected like they are designed. And if you're going to say designed or created to be, we don't have the love or between us. And this sector shows that there's no love between humans. There's a lack of love between humans. You know what I mean? At one point in time, like in the beginning, like I didn't have a problem with being generous with my supporters, giving them stuff away. Like it's not that because I am broke and poor and destitute. But that's just because I'm poor, broke, and destitute. That don't mean that I can't scrape up a dollar to give back um to my beautiful supporters that listen to me with great intentions and can push back on me and give me feedback and let me know where I make the mistake and help me when I'm sinking, right? Like during these times, like it will be nice for you to give back to your supporters that support you during the year just to show love, and that can't happen this year. Not and just because I am poor, destitute, and poor, destitute, and broke, that don't mean that I can't scrape up a dollar to show love. I want to grow this page, and I want you to grow along with me, right? I said I was looking for a Cash App partner. That's hard to find, and when I say Cash App, because Cash App is just like um and more easier to navigate. Like if you are a real Cash App person, if you be like, yo, Bronx girl, can you buy me lunch today? I'm broke. Like I'm to have this money reserved on the side for you. Right. And I'm like, oh, Lasagna want lunch today, but okay, I'm going to send her. Can you send me $10 for lunch? I have to send her 11 because Cash App takes about 50 cents. So she have $10 to buy her lunch. Or like if I'm like, oh, Lasagna, can you get my nails done? And Lasagna, She probably the only one I could be like that with. But she be like, well, Bronx, how much your nails cost? And like, we keep it under a certain amount. Y'all think about that. And that's how you determine if you have a real friendship or not. Not because of you giving, it's just because you're not taking you're not keeping score. But like if I say, Lasagna, can I have $30 to get my nails done? She already know that it costs $30 to get my nails done. I'm not gonna ask her for $50 to get my nails. I'm gonna ask her for 30 because I don't have it. That's a good idea. It is a good idea. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, Sonny. Human decency is what it is. Good morning. It is human decency. And that's what we lack in today in this world is human decency, right? And that's what I mean. I really do want a Cash App partner. I try to do it with men because men are cheap. And if you already know me, I do not even dare to think or look towards or even is attracted to treatment. And that's what y'all like. I don't know the audience that's listening, like maybe you should think about that. Like in the future, like, get a Cash App partner. If you don't like Cash App, I guess Venmo or Zelle or whatever, or, Apple Pay. Like if you have a phone, Apple phone, and then Apple phone is better. That means I will have to give you my number. But I'm not saying like because I don't have it. It's just like, we building friendships, we building trust. And think about it like that. And that's how I design. And I think about relationships like that too. Like, okay, let's be Cash App partners or whatever. Like, oh, okay, well, you know what? I need lunch. And if you ask me and I have it reserved and I save it for you, because I know how to save money for a friend. I know how to say, oh well, you know what? Hey, Braun, it's been a while. I caught a live. Thank you, Willow. How are you? I'm glad you caught a live. I'll be here for a little bit just talking my shit. We'll be talking about hot topics. I'm just trying to, and I want the audience to know that I may change the name of this channel because I want everyone to see that I am serious and I may be cheating, and I may be cheating a little and changing it to my other page because this is already monetized. I'm thinking about it. It's hard work to get to 1,000 subscribers if you're not doing talking bullshit or drama. But yeah, that's what we. But before I get off track, yeah, definitely I was thinking about that. Someone that you can like grow with and build trust with, and money definitely does that. Like we're not gonna go above like $30. Like we'll have something reserved for the side or left to the side, and I'm talking about like just one on one. Like picking someone that you trust and knowing that they have your back. And I'm not saying we do this every single day. I'm not just so like if I say, okay, well, Lasagna, I reserved a certain amount of money, you reserved a certain amount of money because you need money for a rainy day. Like if say, and I'll just point it out to you. I'll just make a scenario. I'll just paint a picture for my beautiful audience. Hey, pretty Nikki, I haven't seen you in so long. I love when my audience come in here and say they listening at work. One day, if you are capable, or if you have the opportunity, tell your coworkers, like they'll listen to Bronx Girl. You may like her, you may not like her, but listening at work, on the go, out and about, being outside in your house, listening, taking me in, that means a lot to me, right? So I guess I just want to get this out to show and to paint a picture of how many people can build a friendship and trust and not keeping score. Like I see that when you go into your Cash App, and Cash App is just a little bit. Cash App is like a lot of people don't know Cash App has its benefits, right? And it has its downfalls. Because with Cash App, if you make a certain amount, or if you get a certain amount of money, you definitely have to pay like taxes on that. Right. But Cash App shows you and lets you know how much you have sent someone or how much someone have sent to you. I'm like, oh, okay. So the prime example is like, say if me and Lasagna, a G, we decide that we want to be Cash App buddies, but at the same time, we are good friends and we trust one another and we got each other's back. And this is just between me and her. And I feel like people should think about like about this when it comes to Wait, wait. Let me see. Carol 83. I'm sorry. A coworker almost died in front of me yesterday. There's definitely real life going on. Today I called out my daughter had an injury due to all this ice and snow over here. It's a rough week. Oh, I'm sorry, Carol 83, that you. It must have been a tough day yesterday, and I appreciate you sharing that. I'm glad that you're okay. There is definitely real life out here, and we as humans should want to build healthy relationships with other human beings, right? Just like let me see, where was she at? Human decency, right? There's no human decency. Um, like Sunny Day said, human decency is what is needed, and we don't have decency too much. But let me go to Carol. But I told you I called on my daughter had an injury, so I'm glad that you shared that, and I hope and wish you a speedy and fast recovery, and I hope your daughter recovers well, and your coworker is doing okay, right? So if y'all want to hear something totally different, uh, music to your ears and something pleasant, something you can relate to outside of this sector, because you have enough content creators that will bring you something totally different and keep you up to date and informed on what's going on in this sector. I don't want to do that no more. I know I keep coming back, keep coming back, keep coming back. I'm losing my momentum. I'm losing my, you know, appeal to bring a decent live about this sector. I don't have it in me no more, so it's not going to sound authentic. Good morning, Lou. Lou. Mrs. Aquarius. I haven't forgot. Lou is a member. Lasagna and Lou have been with me for the turn of time. And I appreciate everyone that's in this live this morning listening to me and just giving me the opportunity to produce a decent show for On the Go. Yes, yes, yes. Lou has been a long time supporter, and I appreciate you, Lou. You are what we need in this world, and that's why I feel like with that, it's not an experiment, or it's okay. Well, it can be an experiment, right? If anyone is here listening to the live, and if you do have like a Cash App, or you do have something transactions that can be made to exchange money, definitely pick someone out like that you like, that you trust, man or woman. Yes, I'm trying to find out how to get my badge back. Oh, wait, what? I don't know. I don't know why your badge is not there. I didn't touch anything. I haven't even been online, so I'll double check and I'll check it out, Lasagna. I'm using Lasagna as an excuse because I said as an excuse, as an example, because she is a prime example of friendship. So like I'll just say it like this going forward in 2025, ladies and gentlemen, find you a friend, family member, someone that you like, someone that you trust, someone that you can at least stay committed to for the rest of your life. And this don't have to happen every day, all day, right? So once a week or whenever, you reserve. Say if you start the jackpot off with $100, because like, you know, $100 you put on like your Cash App or your Venmo or your Zelle or your Cash App. What's it called? No, Apple Pay. And I know that Lasagna once a week likes to have lunch. And she'd be like, yo, Bronx, can you send me $20 for lunch? And I'm like, okay, no problem. There go your $20. But this money is just set aside and reserved for Lasagna because we are buddies when it comes to cash. We Cash App buddies or Apple Pay buddies. And then I can call Lasagna and say, Lasagna, I want to get my nails done, and she'll send me $30 because she know that's how much it costs. So, but you can't go over the limit, right? It's not like you have to stay within the limit. So if you spend like over the limit because you know that you went over the limit, and that's why I say you should keep it under a certain amount, like $10 a week, $20 a week, $100 on the Cash App, and if you spend that because you want to keep money aside for a rainy day, then you have to wait till next month. Not all in every month you can put $100 on a cash app, right? Like my kids will call me and I have money reserved for them just in case they need it, just if they in case they ask me for something. And that goes to show you how you build healthy, decent relationships. It's not keeping score. It's like a give and take relationship. It's like a give and kind, thoughtful relationship. It's me. Oh, it's you. Oh, okay, it's okay. And think of it like that. Like I have met guys, and I'm like, yo, you know what? Let's be Cash App buddies. One guy told me was like, he said, oh no, Cash App is for drug dealers. I'm like, what? This is such a dumb person I'm speaking to, right? Like men are so cheap to the point where they think that if they share a dollar, it's going to kill them. So those men need to be avoided and overlooked and not even thought of as human beings. And I'm dead ass fucking serious. I know people may say, well, Bronx, why do you hate cheap men so much? I hate cheap women. Like I don't want to be your friend if you're a cheap ass woman. Like if you're the type of person that is tight fisted and that you have to save a dollar because you don't want to spend a dollar, like I don't want to be your friend at all. And I know a lot of people may say, well, Bronx, that's very selfish of you. It's very selfish of me. I know what I want out of a friendship, and I know that like being cheap is not going to be. I would never be friends with you at all, ever in this lifetime, because being cheap, selfish, and stingy just goes to show that there's something, some type of resentment and anger within you. And I don't go hard for this page anymore because like I haven't been consistent building up my membership, presenting a decent show or giving the people what they want. People go and come, they take their membership, I mean not their membership, they take their subscription, they unlike, they unsubscribe. So I'm like, oh, I don't know if I want to go so hard for this show. Good morning, love my nuts. How are you? Um, Welcome to the show, love my nuts. But yeah, so like think about that. Like in the future, um Valentine's Day. Think about that. If you love someone and you care about someone, send them. Oh, today's Friday. Let me see something. I guess I'll be posting. Wait a second. Damn. Okay, here we go. Now, you know what? I'm just doing this for the hell of it. Like, either you do or you don't. You don't have to send me shit. I'm just posting my cast up because it's Valentine's Day. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna compare Bronx Girl, Leo. Um, okay, here we go. I posted my Cash App. Not that you have to send me anything. It's just that, and I don't expect anyone to send me anything because it's not like I look at my Cash App and say, oh, but whoever send it to me, send me a Cash App. I will definitely consider you as a Cash App friend. Okay. I'm doing well. I hope everyone is doing well. Everyone is doing well. Oh yeah, so let me get back into the Valentine's Day because I got a little bit off track. So like I feel like if you want to get a woman a Valentine's Day gift, you should get her a decent Valentine's Day gift. And the Valentine's Day gift should like correspond with your age and your finances. I'm looking on Facebook now and I'm like, these gifts are childish, right? I'm not even trying to make fun of nobody, but if you are in your 40s and you still getting cheap ass gifts for your woman, then you are have not evolved as a man. Right. I was looking at one and I'm not trying to be funny. I'm dead ass serious. I was looking at one of my pages and one of the women was posting that her husband bought her a gift and you should see what he bought her. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be funny. Okay. So when he bought her like cheap shit, a teddy bear, some roses, a card. Oh, that is so sweet. Thank you. Let me see. Oh my gosh, thank you so much for the $10. Love my nuts. Mm, I love my audience. Okay. Okay. So, all right, I'm not trying to be funny, but listen, you know what? And y'all could judge me if you want to. You be like, oh, Bronx, you materialistic. I guess I am materialistic in certain ways. Like if I'm with a guy and we've been together for a long time, and if his finances can handle what I want, okay. But as long as you get what I want in life. So I don't know why men think, I don't know why men think it's okay for them to slack and not put any effort or like thought into a gift that they may give to their loved one. So what she posted, and I'm not knocking her, I'm knocking him, not her. She's the wife. She accepted. She loved it. Like a teddy bear or balloons, that's standard shit. Or candy, that's standard roses. Like I'm 44 years old. I expect some jewelry. Like if you're going to get me a gift, that's why I prefer to be with someone I'm compatible with, because they will know, like, you know what? My girl is not going to accept that bullshit. Wait. Cassandra said a teddy bear. Okay, let me read the comment because as I'm reading the comment, I'm looking at the. Oh my goodness, y'all are such troublemakers. I know I brought it up, but okay. Cassandra said a teddy bear is like, what is going, teddy bear, like, what is she going to do with a teddy bear? We are grown. Women, we don't put teddy bears, stuffed animals on our beds anymore and keep those candy cups also. Oh my gosh. Listen, listen. So yeah, okay. So look, okay, so oh my gosh, I didn't even see the lotion. And then a box with a picture of her husband. This is the gift. She accepted the gift and she's a grateful and appreciative of the gifts, right? Like I feel like as we get older, as women, we shouldn't have to settle for teddy bears. We shouldn't have to settle for candy. We shouldn't have to settle for lotion. We shouldn't have to settle for cheap jewelry, right? I'm not saying that you have to pour out a lot of money in a gift, but like, okay, if you are my Jolly Green Giant and you know what I like, so wait, Love My Not said, I don't want anything for Valentine's Day. Okay, no, a lot of women don't celebrate Valentine's Day and don't expect any gifts. But if you decide to get me a gift for Valentine's Day or just in general from a man, we're going to put the pressure on the men today. If a man decides to get me a gift, and you could even buy me or send me a $30 Dunkin' Donuts card, that'll be sweet to me. Like if you're gonna buy me jewelry, and if you're gonna buy me something that I can like show off to my friends, like a pair of earrings, not from the beauty supply store or like from like I could do that by myself. I could buy that myself, which I do. I buy costume jewelry that is pretty. Um, I can't afford real diamonds, and I'm not saying that he has to buy me real diamonds, but like I feel like if he be like, "Yo, what you want for Valentine's Day?" Because I'll say I'd rather you give me the money than you go out there trying to fool yourself thinking you could get me what I like. The only thing that the last man that was like years ago, 20. No, I won't say 20 years. I'm lying. Like 15 years ago, right? Like 15 years ago. Oh my gosh, thank you so much, Lou. That is so sweet. I'm going to get my nails done. Okay. I'm about to cry. I'm really about to cry. Okay. Let me get on with the show. Okay. Men and women, listen. Pass the word around. Share the word. So for me, I say, yo, Bronx, what do you want for Valentine's Day or just a gift in general? I'm like, oh my goodness, you want to buy me a gift? And he'd be like, yes, I want to buy you a gift. What do you want? I'm like, oh my gosh, what are my options? What is my budget? If he say $150, then I know that we got something, right? Because a grown ass man should be able to spend $150 on someone that he loved and been with for a long time. And if he don't have it. He don't have it. If we are both struggling and he just decide to like buy me lunch or whatever, I'm like, okay, don't stress yourself. But the men that really mean and want to do something and are serious about doing it and know what it means to us as women, because we value things like in hey, He can't. Oh, look at that. He can't get some scratch offs though. Okay, I have more than enough jewelry that I'm afraid to wear. Really? We are going on 19 years. He can't pay for the next trip to see, and that's what I'm saying. The more exactly, right? So we're going by his budget. We're going according to his budget. So the minimum, and I'm just saying for me, right? $150 is something that you can buy a nice gift with. I'm not talking about go out and buy cheap shit. So either you give me the $150, $150, or you go out and you detect what I like and try to read my mind and put yourself in my position and say, this is what she would like. This is what my woman would like, right? Because if we've been together for a long time, you know what I like and my dislikes. That means you haven't been paying attention because I know what my man like. I would know what he like. I have a pretty idea and I know how to anticipate people needs. So if you come to me with teddy bears and if you come to me with cheap ass lotion, you come to me with cheap ass jewelry, I'm going to be very disappointed and very hurt and offended. I'm sorry. I'm not like materialistic to the point where I will just break up with you because you didn't get the right gift. I probably would break up with you for the simple fact that you didn't put any type of like thought behind it. Like it's not like a 5-year-old child, like a 9-year-old child, like even my kids, the older ones, the ones that's about to be 25. How old is the oldest one? 29, right? Even those, they should know what I like. And I'm not expecting anything from them, but they know not to get their mother no cheap shit or just give her something because they said, oh, it's the thought that counts. The only time the thought that counts is when it comes to children. That's just like I say, and I'm going to say it again, like Love My Knots. I know that she loves a certain particular style of clothes, a certain particular style of headbands, turbans. I'm not going to go and get her something that she don't like and then say, well, it's the thought that count. I'm like, well, if it's the thought that count, then take your gift back. But when it comes to men that say they love their woman, they know what they woman want, they know how what they woman like, and you come with some cheap shit like a bag of garbage and shit and say, here, happy Valentine's Day or any other day, and you decide to get a gift, that means that you just doing shit for the hell of it. Oh, we've been out the country 20 times together since we met. That's sweet. He can't pay off this mama juicer I just bought. That's cute. Hi, Lillian. Yeah, Bronx High Zachary. Happy Valentine's. You and your family will have a safe and great day. Thank you. I appreciate that. We will have a safe and great day. Thank you, beautiful people. And you know what's so funny? Because a lot of people may get the impression that I'm materialistic. I am, but I'm not materialistic. Like I have to have these things. Like if I have a man, if I was with a man, and I don't know, like I'm not gonna sit there and say that guys haven't bought haven't bought. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. Oh my gosh, I feel so special today. Uh-oh. Sorry, y'all. My tablet fell. I was charging it. I was just so happy that I feel very appreciated today and very honored that the beautiful people who decided to give me something and send me something as a cash app. I appreciate it. Thank you. But okay, so just to be a little bit just to be I guess a little bit humbled. I appreciate everyone that has sent me something to my Cash App and considered, me while I'm speaking and giving this how you say it, materialistic show. This it's not to hurt. It's not this show is not to go in on women. It's to show men and at least let them know, like, of course, you're going to want a man. If he makes money, then he should not come short, right? If y'all been together for 15 years, 20 years, and he's still getting you the cheap shit, you don't have nothing to show for it. If you can't show and like at least brag to your friends, like, oh my goodness, look what my man bought me. He bought me a nice pair of shoes, right? Every man that I've been with, every man I know, no, I love shoes. Now it was one guy I dealt with and was with. He was older. I was like in my 30s. He lied and told me he was He was, and I tell you, when I meet guys and I have been with guys, they just say the stupidest, dumbest shit. Right? I was 30 years old, and he was older than me by a lot. He was 15 years older than me, but when I met him, he told me he was 40. And I was like, oh, okay. And then because he didn't look like close to 50 at all. And then he finally told me, he's like, oh, I want to tell you that I'm 40. How old was he? 48 years old. And I was like, 48 years old. I'm like, okay, 48 years old. But he bought me a pair of leather gloves because he knew that's what I liked and loved. And I had those gloves for a long time. After that, after those gloves that he bought me, we had broke up shortly after that. But I was grateful for the leather gloves because I love leather gloves. Like I tell men, I love shoes and I love leather gloves. The way to my heart is a pair of leather gloves. Right? If you and if you can't make your way to my heart because I told you what I like and you too cheap to buy it, we don't belong together at all. Like I know that when I was with Zachary's father, he was he had bought me he had bought me a teddy bear for Valentine's Day. I accepted the teddy bear because you know what? He took the time out to buy it, but he did give me some money and he did go all out. He's like, I know that you don't like teddy bears. It's not that I don't like teddy bears. I received it from him because he's a different type of person. You know, he's a different type of man. He's not the one that like will just give you something because he think you should have it or because he got it or he bought it. But I'll tell y'all this little story. He probably he bought me a teddy bear, and I think he was buying me gifts so he could just go out. I didn't have a problem with him going out. I never had a problem with him going out and enjoying himself and shit. He used to say to me, "Well, why you don't call me to check up on me?" And I'm like, "You want me to call you while you outside with your friends?" He's like, "Yeah, like you don't have to call all the time." Because I felt like when men go hang out outside with their friends, they be like, "Yo, I see you later. I'll be back." I'm like, I don't ask what time you coming back. I don't ask where you going, but they'll tell me like, "Oh, I'm going to hang out." I'm like, okay, have fun because I'd be happy that I have those times to myself that I could stretch out on a bed and, enjoy myself without the company of a man. It's like refreshing. So this particular time, it was Valentine's. It was a couple of years ago. He had bought me, I think he gave me some money. I was like, oh, thank you so much. And he bought me a little teddy bear. I was like, oh my goodness, this is so cute. But he tried to play a little fast one. He wanted to hang out. He wanted to, be with his friends and shit. I'm like, okay. So he bought me this to like, shut me up. But he was like he came in late, and I'm like, yo, why you coming in so late? Like he came in later than he usually come in, and I wasn't mad that he came in late. It's just the fact that he came in late and thought that things would be okay. So what I did was I was like, take your teddy bear. I cut the teddy bear's neck. I cut, I cut the teddy bear's neck in front of him. He was like, yo, what the hell is wrong with you? Why would you do that? He's like, you're so crazy. Why would you cut the teddy bear's neck? I'm like, because first and foremost, you know what I mean? Why would you like deliberately try to upset me? Right? I'm not gonna cut your neck. I'm gonna cut the teddy bear's neck. And that's what I did. And he said, I would never buy you another teddy bear again. And he never bought me another teddy bear again. And that's the only time I felt like that teddy bear was appreciated. But then again, I was like, oh, he didn't mean it. And that was around Valentine's Day. Like leather gloves is a weight of my heart. Like I feel like if you with a guy and you dealing with him for a certain length of time, he should know what you like, right? He should not be able, like you shouldn't be disappointed by what he buy you because he know what you like. But if you just going out there buying me some shit that you think you could put together and it was and not those cheap ass balloons with the teddy bear that cost $12. That's okay. That's something like Zachary would buy me. And I'm like, oh my goodness, thank you, Zachary. This is so sweet. But we grown ass adults. We should at least have the mindset of like showing that we put effort and care about our partner. And I'm not trying to say that, oh, every gift has to be expensive, but women, and I mean this a lot because I stand up for you. Maybe all women are not like me. We're all not the same. We don't have the boldness and we don't have the mouth to say what we want. All I'm saying is, right? And a lot of women in here have great jobs. They could do for their own. They live an independent lifestyle outside of their husbands, right? Because you do have to have independency in your relationship to make it work, to make it great. But what I'm saying is it's not bad. It's not nothing wrong with you voicing on what you like. If you're a man, your significant other, if his finances permit him to do so, or if his finances permit him to do a little bit more, there should be a minimum of what he should spend, right? If you are grown and you are above a certain age, and I'm going to say 40 because I'm in my 40s, right? If you cannot spend from a whole year, Valentine's Day is once a year. It's not like it's every single day. It's not like it's once a month. It's once a year. If you are a man, and I'm not knocking anybody, man, because times are hard, finances are hard, and if you don't even have to celebrate Valentine's Day, but to get to the point and to make it clear, right? If you are compatible with each other and you know each other very well and you are into one another and you know what each other like, then it should be a limit. He come home, he be like, oh, beautiful woman. I'm gonna just say beautiful woman. I don't like that word bae, B-A-E. It's whack. I'd rather call you baby. What do you want for Valentine's Day? If he say, do you want the money? That's the one that I want to spend the rest of my life with, right? Because I don't expect a man to go out there and buy me some $150 earrings, right? No, because he know that I'm very particular about what I wear. Or if he know that I like a pair of gloves, maybe, and I show him the gloves that I like, or show him what I like, and he bought it because I showed it to him. Yeah, that's just like getting married. And I end it like this: like I feel like when women get with men, just a couple. Let's just say a couple. When women, we as women, we get to know men, and we get to slowly but steady getting to know each other, and you do to decide that you want to be with each other. You want to wrap things up. You want to tie up loose ends. You want to at least inform your other friends that, listen, I'm about to get into a relationship, make things serious with my woman, with my man. We as women tell our male friends, men tell their female friends, listen, I found someone that I'm getting serious with, so we can't be seeing each other like we used to. I want to get to know her. Okay, that's the responsible thing to do. And as you get to know each other, you tie up loose ends, put everybody on alert, on notice, inform your friends that we can't be like hanging out like we used to, which is okay. And your real friends will understand, coming from both sides, man or woman. And you two decide that you want to become partners in a long term committed relationship. You both have the idea of what you want and what you like because you share the same values, morals, ethics, stand on principle. You share common decency between each other. You like each other. You have a connection with one another. You understand one another. You know what others like and what others desire. Sorry. Right. So, me, myself, take it for what it is. You don't have to apply this technique or this method or tactic to your partner. I'm just different. Some women go into a relationship thinking that men want to get married. Some men go into the relationship thinking a woman wants to get married. I don't feel necessary that we have to get married, you know, in the eyes of the government. But my long term commitment for me would be like, okay, we're not living together, we're not sharing finances, but at least we show some type of sign of commitment, long-term commitment. Whether he have the keys to my house, I have the keys to his house. That's as far as I go with a long-term commitment, right? That's because he's the only one that will have access to come in my house when he want. He could call when I want, I could call. But as far as buying and getting married, because I didn't know that marriage was such a great, big responsibility, especially when it comes to finances, right? That's a major role and responsibility that I'm not willing to take on. And a lot of women lose themselves because they don't know that um, being married and having finances matters and it means a lot and it plays a part in the relationship. But what I'm saying is, like with me, if I were to decide to get married, I would like to marry a man that know that I want to get married. We talked about it previously. We both agree we want to get married and this is something that we both want. So if a man pops out and say, you know what, I want to get married. And I'm like, no, I don't want to get married. That's not my goal. There's no need for him to stick around, is it? Right? It's no need for him to stick around any further if you don't want to get married. And I don't, if he want to get married and I don't want to get married. That's where we decide if we want to be together. That's just like if we decide you with someone, he want kids, I don't want kids. We're not compatible. I want kids, he don't want kids. We're not compatible. I want to get married, he don't want to get married. We're not compatible, right? But if I do decide to marry someone with the goal of long-term relationship, marry them in the eyes of the law, and he wants to marry me in the eyes of the law. There is, and you call me materialistic if you want to. I am 44 years old, so I'm not going to take no cheap ass ring, right? And a lot of people be like, well, how you going to put a price on the ring? Because I have to wear this ring for the rest of my life, right? I have standards. He should have standards too, right? So I'll show him the type of ring I like and what I want. Because if you want to marry me, if you propose to me, I feel like you should be able to afford to buy a ring that I like. And I'll be proud to show off to my friends. I'm not going to say that I'm going to meet a guy within the next couple of years, because I said if I'm not married by 60, I'm not getting married at all. That's it. That's all. Okay? That's it. And that's all. If I'm not married by the age of 60, I don't want to get married at all. By the age of 60. I'll be 45 in August. And I know, and people, you can push back and tell me I'm wrong and I'm thinking too highly of myself, and maybe I have a little bit too high standards and I'm too materialistic. Is it wrong for me to want to put a price on a ring like he can afford? So if I say, listen, you know what? If you want to buy me a ring and you want me to be happy, I want you to pick out this certain ring that I have to wear on my finger because I know I'll be happy with it. I just don't want you to pop any ring on my finger because you decided to go and pick it out and think that I will be satisfied with this ring, which a lot of people may say that's wrong, Bronx. You need to have a little bit open mind. Is it wrong for me to say, listen, if you're going to buy me a ring and I'm marrying you because I know you have the money, but we keep in a budget, and this is something I will have to wear for the rest of my life. For the rest of my life, I want to be happy with this piece of jewelry, something that I'm proud of, and something that you will be proud of doing. Like when Martin bought Gina that ring, he took Pam along with him to purchase the ring that Pam knew Gina would like. So what I'm saying is, you should have at least the thought in mind to tell the guy that wants to marry you what you like and what you don't like. If the ring don't cost between 3,000, I'll say to him, listen, if you want to marry me, the ring should cost between $3,000 to $5,000. No more than 5,000. No more, no less than 3,000. I mean, there are some beautiful rings that you can get under $3,000, and there's some beautiful rings that you don't even have to pay close to 5,000 for, right? I just feel like I see women get married, and I have seen women get married, and I'm not knocking you at all, and I may sound a little bit snobby or condescending, and that's not my goal to sound like that, but I'm just saying I'm not marrying no guy or man that will buy me $150 ring. That's that's selfish to me, right? And I will marry you because I know that our finances will be in order. I learned a lot that when people get married, they have like a more finance obligation, like where you share finances. I was on the phone one time and I was going for, and I need to reschedule for a breast exam, and the lady taught me so much. She said, "Are you single? Are you under your spouse's insurance and shit?" I'm like, "My spouse insurance?" She taught me so much in that day about just real life, right? Because how when you get married, now you have a responsibility with finances. Um, a lot of women get married, they don't know how the finances are being distributed, they don't know where it's coming from. But I would like to know what's going on in my house, right? Every woman should have a little bank account for a rainy day, when something, if he decide that he don't want to be married to me no more, he's going through menopause or the change of life, he want to get a younger woman, but he left something behind, his money. But what I'm saying is, like, it should not be, you should not be afraid to speak up and voice what you want when you want something. You should not, like, lower your standards when it comes to dating or getting married. And I'm open for someone to push back and say, no, Bronx, you saying that you want to marry a man and he has to provide a $3,000 or $5,000 ring. That's because I say because he should be able to afford it if you want to marry me. Like, I don't want to marry poor. I want to marry just right. Getting married now and this time, this era, it has to benefit the woman. That's what I'm saying. Right? I like pretty things. I like nice things. The man should know that, like, Bronx girl, Leela, she's materialistic. She's vain, but at the same time, I guess she's a good human being. She think of other people. And a lot of people, women are scared to voice and speak up for themselves. And I'm saying that not to knock anybody, but I know a couple that he gave her, he proposed to her. And you know what type of ring he gave her? You know those rings that come in a plastic, that open, like, I don't know, the plastic where the ring comes in, like you could see through it. Like, that was cheap to me. I would never marry nobody like that. The simple fact, just the sake of getting married. And I know that I wouldn't be happy with no $150 ring. Like, even if we knock off $2,000, I'm like, okay, well, you know what? Keep it between $3,000. I will marry you if you get me a $3,000 ring because we can afford a $3,000 ring, and if we can afford between 3 and 5,000, that's even better, right? Because this is something I have to wear. This is something that you are proud to give me, and you should put a little bit more effort into, you know, making these decisions before you marry someone. And that's for the men. Like, if you want to get married, make sure you have the money to get married. Make sure it benefits the woman, and women, make sure it benefits you. Because in the long run, with a guy, you don't have no contract between you. He passed away before you early. And now you don't have no money to bury him. You don't have no finances left over, right? You have to take care of everything. But if you marry, your finances is a little bit more secure, and it's honored by the government, I believe. So I don't know. I just feel like now people just get married to get married. I don't want to get married and be living in a freaking poorhouse. Sorry. If that's how women feel that marriage should look like, I feel like with women these days and times, and I'm not knocking down women, I'm going to wrap this up, that women lower their standards to please a man. And please listen to me with an open mind. Nowadays, men are marrying women because they can't afford to a cleaning service. They can't afford to hire someone to cook for them. So now that they are they are marrying women for the sake of getting a free services, right? A cheap slave. And I'm not saying slave in a way where it's just like a maid service. Excuse me, ex-slave maid service. Men are marrying women just to marry a maid with the cooking and the cleaning and all that bullshit, right? So I don't want to be nobody's maid. Even if we was definitely like tie my knots, right? He live in his apartment, I live in my apartment. He keep his finances, I keep my finances. We don't have to merge. Being single is very expensive. That's the thought behind getting married. When you merge your finances, it's a little bit easier. Being single is very expensive. So when black men talk about black single mothers, like, they don't know what they're talking about. They just hate women. And they hate the fact that women don't want to be tied down or associated with a man that's looking for a maid instead of a woman and a wife, right? It's easier for them to say that they want to get married at the cheap cost of getting married because they want to, like, the burden lifted off of them because they can't fend for themselves or do for themselves. So they look for a woman that wants to be married and that's desperate to get married and would do anything to be married just to say, oh, I'm married. I'm not doing that. We women in 2025 are not doing that. Marry the man that you would benefit from, right? He has to make a little bit more money than you. Um, it's a responsibility. I've learned this over the course of the last like couple of months, how much of a responsibility it is to get married and how finances are divided up. I heard one financial planner. She's really good. She was saying how she paid for her mortgage and her husband paid for everything else. I was like, whoa, but she got money. She said she was the only person in her family that made the money that she made ever, and that she has a responsibility to take care of other people, which is a beautiful thing that she said. And she did say, and she did indicate that women need to know what's going on in the home, how the finances are being paid, how the bills are being taken care of, what is going to what did she say? Oh, what to expect and what not to expect. If he died today or tomorrow, to know that you have something to bury him with, to know that he will leave you something, to know that you won't be asked out. And that's all that it is. And I feel like I agree with that. I love women. I empower women. I stand up for women. Not I don't support all of their choices. I don't support all of their decisions. But if I'm going to stand up for women and like give a piece of what I know to women, if you're going to get married to a man, make sure it benefits you. Make sure you have something to show for it. Make sure that you both are like have the same agreements, right? Men change their minds, women change their mind. I'm not saying that a woman get married and she frees up. Well, I don't want to do this. It's just too much. A lot of women don't want to get married like myself because I don't want that responsibility of taking care of another person like outside of my home. It's too much of a responsibility to care and nurture someone else. Like marriage is a whole different thing. It's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful thing. But I don't want to get married. Thank you, Lou. I'm about to end this, but I'm gonna. All right, before I end this, I just want to let y'all know that I'm changing my name of the channel. So don't be shocked, not shocked, but like don't be like taken back. I'm changing the name of the channel. I'm taking it in a different direction. I want to do a morning show. This sector is dead, and the people that's in this sector, I'm still going to be like listening to and subscribe to, but I'm not going to be reporting on them. I want to talk about like real things, relatable things, a better presentation, a better listening experience, and maybe like some surprises for the audience. So I would like to just say to my beautiful audience, wait, let me see. My husband cleans more than me, although I've been the cook 18 plus years. And that's what I'm saying. Like y'all both like have this not a contract, but y'all both understand one another where he cook, you clean, right? I'm not gonna marry no guy and I have to cook and clean, right? And he just sit there and watch sports and shit and come home and expect the dinner. Like you do not make enough money for you to come home and request the fucking menu, right? But if he's in his home and I'm in my home, I don't have to worry about cleaning his home, and he don't got to worry about cleaning unless we just exchange fair chores, or he hire a maid service and shit. If he fall in love with the maid, then you know what? Then he'd never love me. If he live in his own apartment and he hire a cleaning service, but he don't want to pay me as his girlfriend to clean his house, I'm divorcing him. Wait, we both married in our mid 40s after shaking up 3+ years. He has had his own still, but we meshed together. No, no. Oh, okay, congratulations. Love my knots. And that's the saying. That's the thing. I don't want to get married. If I'm not married by the age of 60, I don't want to get married. It's not that I'm scared to get married or committed. I want to marry the right person that understand that, listen, we both love money. We both are ambitious. We both know what money can do. We both know that we need money to make this love grow. I don't want to struggle with anyone. I'd rather be by myself and struggle by myself than to jump into a relationship and struggle with someone not at the age of 45. And it seemed like y'all got it going on. Love my knots. Seemed like y'all the perfect couple. You understand one another. And that's a great thing. Wait, love my knots. What's his sign? You are Aries. What's his sign? I'm gonna know this. I'm gonna stay here until you tell me what's his sign to see why y'all so well put together. Love my knots. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. I don't know if I could. I'm waiting for Love My Knots, but if anyone is still here, I'm gonna log off. But I wanted to ask Love My Knots what's her husband's sign, because I know she's an Aries. Uh But yeah, but listen, I'm gonna definitely some changes coming to this page, and I appreciate everyone that just give me the opportunity to express myself and find relatable content. I promise you guys that I am going to get better working on my public speaking skills and at least relating to everyone as a whole. But as far as today, as Valentine's Day, I would like to say to everyone, happy Valentine's Day. I hope everyone have a great day and you all just enjoy your day on this Friday morning. I'm going to go to the laundry. Hopefully, everybody is out the laundry and I have free access to the laundry. So, yeah, happy Valentine's Day and thank you for all the cash apps. Truly. I truly appreciate it. It made me feel so good. Oh my goodness. I really felt like I was doing a great job as a host. Hmm. Thank you, beautiful people. So listen, I'm gonna log off, and I want everyone to say to everyone, thank you for listening to my insight and my perspective. Peace.